Hey there folks, my name is Jonathan Hopper and I will be your professor this semester. The purpose of this video is basically just to walk you through a few introductory things for our class, some major concepts that you need to be aware of, where to find things, what to look for, how your grading is going to be, just so we can get to work a little sooner in physical class. The sooner we begin working in class, the less we have to do before exams. It'll just make our lives a little bit easier. So I wanted to give you this video just to walk you through basic concepts so that we can work sooner rather than later. So stay tuned. All right, folks, this is going to be a little intro to Biology 201 W02, my online anatomy and physiology. I was recently put in to teach this class, so I just went through and set some things up. Let's go in and take a look at what the class will look like and how it will be organized. Hopefully. There we go. All right, first things first. Up at the top of this, there will be recent announcements. And man, I'm here to tell you, this is how I'm going to keep up with you, okay? Everything that I do, everything you have due, quizzes you have to finish, tests, what have you, all of that will be mentioned under the announcements. Now, you can go over here to the physical announcements on the side and pull up any from the past. So once we have 10 or 15 announcements up, you can see the old ones that'll be down in the lower portions here. But the home page itself will have announcements, and that is a great way to stay into contact. You can put comments on these or what have you, and before I forget about it, if you ever need to get in touch with me, you can comment on one of these or just send me an inbox over here and I'll get right back with you. All right, let's go to the official syllabus. So here is the official syllabus for the class. You can go through and see some basic concepts about the class. It's got materials here. These are handy. I invite you to have them. They are wonderful learning tools if you will utilize them as such. But being that this is an online class, most of everything that you need will be available through the modules section of the class. So buy a book if you'd like to have a book. Buy a lab manual if you'd like to have a lab manual. But I will provide you with everything you need to do well in the class via my modules, okay? So knock yourself out. These are great. If I was taking the class, I would absolutely be buying some things because I'm a reader, and if you're going to sit down and you're going to read the textbook, then that textbook will be a wonderful thing to have. But if you don't know if you're going to have the time, or if it's just not what you're into at the moment, then I wouldn't waste my money. All right, modules. Let's go ahead and get into the... Oh, wait, hang on. I have some more things I would like to tell you. Let's see if this is going to stay put. All right. So that would be materials. Right. Contact information. So here is a variety of contact information. This is how you can get in touch with me. Again, please inbox me more so than anything else. And if you need something in some sort of crazed emergency and you can't get in touch with me, feel free to email or get a conversation with my department chair. This is Mike Aaron. Okay, so it's all there. This is a breakdown of the important dates for the class, drop and add, spring break, all that fun stuff. It's all in there. Outcomes, etc. Let's jump on down. Academic misconduct. We'll be talking about that here in just a second. Scrolling down to evaluations. So what you probably want to know about the class is how you will be graded. And the idea is as follows. If you scroll a little bit down, you will find the calendar for our class under schedule. Now, for whatever reason, it doesn't like to present itself well in the syllabus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into our modules. I just clicked on modules here. And if you look at one of the very first modules, it says, do you need help from me? And it's got the class calendar. So I'm going to go there. It displays a little more cleanly here. You can see what I'm talking about. All right, this calendar tells you everything that you need to do, when you need to do it, and when things are due with plain English. All right? On the first week of school, which is beginning tomorrow, you should be working on major themes of anatomy and physiology. Okay? How? How do you work on major themes of anatomy and physiology? Well, I'm going to pull up my modules here. If I scroll down, you will see lecture video links. Now look here. These are lecture topics. These are lab topics. Lecture 1, Major Themes of Anatomy and Physiology, right there. I can come over here. I can go to lecture videos. And there it is. Major themes of anatomy and physiology. Well, there's the syllabus video that I'll be posting here, and there is major themes of anatomy and physiology. It is a single video. All you have to do for me this week is get through 55 minutes of introductory material for the class. And most of it you should be pretty dadgum familiar with already. It just walks you through via energy utilizing methods. Basic concepts of the class. All right, so there it is. There's the lecture video. So, week 1, major themes of anatomy and physiology. You need to get through this video. It's 55 minutes. I would do 20 minutes, go get groceries. Do 20 minutes, eat something. Do 20 minutes, go to work. You know what I mean? Like, break it up into small parts. If I were you, I would also come back over here to modules. Let's see where we're at here. Back over here to modules. So I just click on modules, and this is what comes up. And you can scroll down. It says Test 1 Materials. All right, and in this is the Chapter 1 PowerPoint. The Chapter 1 PowerPoint is this lecture. So I have for you the PowerPoint right there at the bottom. I have the video on the PowerPoint, and then when you are done with all of that, if this was me, I would print out my PowerPoint, I would take notes on it while I watch the video, and then when you're done with that, I will have a quiz for you on each chapter past the first one. Okay? So here's like quiz 1 on chapter 2. Here's quiz 3 on chapter 3. Or I'm sorry, quiz 2 on chapter 3. You get my point. There's a quiz on every chapter as we move forward. So let's get back to here. How are you going to be evaluated for the class? You will have 4 lecture exams. Lecture exam 1 will be held on February the 7th. And the way this works is February 7th, I believe, is a Monday. I will have the test open on Sunday and it will close on Monday night. The idea here is I want you to have a weekend day and a weekday to be able to work on this test. So you have both. So opens on Sunday, closes on Monday. That's how all my tests will go. You will see. Further, for every chapter along the way towards the test, you will have a quiz, as I showed you right here. There's a quiz right there. Further, we have labs. Next week, we will begin labs like introduction and terminology. If I go back over here to my modules and I go to YouTube video links, I can see lab links right there. Here is the video on AMP1, intro and terms. Oh, hang on, let's close that up. Let's just do that. There it is. There is the video for the first lab. You can come back over here. Okay, right there. Give me a moment here, folks. Let me get back into my modules. You can scroll down to lab midterm info. There's the PowerPoint for lab 1 and a study guide for the lab. And you can use the video to work through the materials. All right, further, you will have a quiz on every lab as we progress. So let me just jump back over here. How are you going to be graded in the class? You will have about 4 chapters on the test. Each chapter will have its own quiz, and then the test itself is worth 100 points. You will have 4 or 5 labs on a lab exam, and the lab exam's worth 100 points, and every lab has its own quiz. Okay? So I will be posting those up as time progresses, and you can expect about a week to do every quiz. So you'll have lots and lots of time to get them done. But if you run out of time, if you forget to do the quiz, don't expect me to have a lot of leniency. When I put something up for 7 full days, coming to me and saying you didn't have time doesn't work. Okay? So you're an adult. Have some gumption about yourself. And realize that you've got work to do and make sure you do it on a timely fashion. Think about this like a job. Things you got to do, make sure you get them done. All right, that seems like a kind of a scattered introduction to all of this, but I think it'll do. The idea here is that you want your calendar. You want to do exactly what it says to do on your calendar. Like here's major themes, AMP1. For this, or for instance, like if we just jump down on March the 2nd, you want to work on the joints of the body. That'd be lecture 8. You will find the video for lecture 8 in modules. Watch the video while you take notes on the PowerPoint, which you also can find in modules. And then take the quiz on lecture 8. And when you are satisfied with all that, you move on to lecture 9. Or actually, we do a test, but you get my point, okay? So this calendar breaks down everything you need to do, and everything you need will be in the modules. All the PowerPoints, all the labs, everything. It's all right here in front of you. Like here is a study guide for lab, A&P Lab 2 and 3 study sheets, all sorts of good stuff. So it's all available to you. All right, folks, you can be expecting a pile of other information coming at you through announcements very soon. I will be making some posts about what I would be doing if I were you in the announcements. So just keep an eye out. It's a nice little intro to the class. Read through the syllabus and you will be in great shape. All right, thanks, folks. Have a nice day.